All right. Good morning, students, or good evening, whichever time you are looking into these videos. But having studied the direct personal investigation, now let's try to unveil or demystify some more methods of collecting the primary data. So, under the heading methods of collecting primary data, now I'm moving on to the second one, right? I've just divided the board into two parts. Look into the left part first, indirect oral investigation, which is my first part of the study. Now, what is indirect oral investigation, students? It is different from DPI, what we discussed as or called as direct personal investigation. Indirect oral investigation, I better make you understand again with an example. The example in question is I'm quoting of a state very renowned for its hardworking people, the people with putting a lot of labor on the field, and it's no price for guesses. I am referring primarily to Punjab, right? A state which is renowned for its agricultural output and the hard work of its people. But in last 5-6 years or around a decade, if I have to take it to any strength or any stretch of imagination, around 10 years, it has been really badly hampered by the invasion of drugs and narcotics being infused in quantity in that state. And you will find that a lot of households are suffering from the impact of such unsafe or hazardous items, right? Now, these commodities not only unsafe or as such harmful, but they also ruin the financial strength of the family also, because you tend to get accustomed to it, habitual to it. So what the government of Punjab did, the state government, they tried to find out that why first the people are inclined towards it, to what extent they are inclined towards it, where they arrange their sources to get such harmful commodities, and then which way it can be found out as such. So a lot of data is to be collected from various universities primarily, because it was found to be more prominent amongst the age group 18 plus. So instead of directly going into asking the college going students, what the government thought, that since the college going students may not directly put forward the information to them under the fear of being illegal in nature, some of these drugs, and the fear as well as phobia of getting punished by the government as such. So they asked the professors or the university teachers to do it on their own, a survey of restricted number of students from various colleges, right? And find out what actually is the answer to all these questions which I put forward. So the main logic behind this was that since lot of colleges are covered under this university, it will be very difficult for the government to go into each and every college to find out the answers. And second, it is, since the information is very sensitive, it will be very difficult to get absolutely the truth out of the students if they are fearful of passing on the information. Am I clear? So this method was involved, wherein the college professors and the teachers were made mediatories, and they were asked to collect the information from the students. I hope all of you are understanding it. So this method is called as indirect oral investigation. And in this indirect oral investigation, we generally use the philosophy which has been quoted in the above example. Now, the question is, when to use this method? It should be used, students, A, when the area covered is comparatively larger than which we used in case of direct personal investigation. So, lot of colleges under university, lot of things to be found out. Therefore, this method should be used. And second, since the nature of the information is very sensitive as such and secretive in nature, therefore it is better to go through this route rather than direct personal investigation. I hope all of you understood it. The second method of collecting the primary data The government did it not directly, but asking the college professors to participate in the process as indirect oral investigation made its way into getting the data. Now let's compare indirect oral investigation in the second part of our study with direct personal investigation, which we have already studied. Difference number one, if area covered is to be compared, remember, limited area is covered when direct investigation is involved, and since we have just found out, larger area can be covered through indirect oral investigation. Point number one to be noted. Clear? Second one, cost involved. What is your opinion, students? Cost involved will be higher in which case? I think it's quite easy. Since everything is collected directly by the investigator, it is costlier method, and this one is comparatively cheaper or relatively cheaper than direct personal investigation. I hope it's quite clear, students. Come to the last one, originality. Now, naturally, since the investigator is directly jumping into the collection of data, therefore, originality or the quality of the information will be better in direct personal investigation, right? Original in nature, wherein in case of direct personal or the indirect oral investigation, if the college professors are worried about the reputation of the college as such and they do not want to harm its prestige as such, there might be some degree of distortion done and therefore originality may be lost, right? So not quite original as such when we talk about this one. Clear? So I hope all of you understood it. The difference between direct investigation and indirect oral investigation, as well as the meaning of indirect oral investigation as the first part of our study. Thank you.